Hello. I know, you guys, I have been a bit MIA. I do get like that in December where I just feel like I want to hibernate, sleep forever, and not be bothered. So I've been doing a lot of sleeping, taking the time to just lay in my bed, be lazy and cozy. I love it. And I think that's great because, I feel like I get more energy after I wake up and get out of hibernation. Anyways, I am here to talk about plastic surgery and how it kind of helps women evolve. And there's so many myths about plastic surgery. We have these myths that if women get plastic surgery, it means that they don't love themselves. It means that they're insecure. I mean, maybe, but I think that if a woman decides to get plastic surgery, get under the knife, go under anesthesia, risk her life, I feel like this takes a lot of self-love. It takes self-love, it takes bravery, it takes courage, it takes faith, because we know a lot of people go under anesthesia and never wake up. We know a lot of people go attempt to get BBLs and things go left and some people die from that. So I do respect women who get plastic surgery. I feel like it's kind of like one of those things that people secretly admire, but they like openly judge people for. Because, I see in like comments all the time under surgeons who post their work, I see comments like, oh, maybe if she would have loved herself, she wouldn't have got that, or I like her before better. Or they say like, what do they say? They say, oh, if I had the money, I wish I could do it, which I totally relate to. But I think it's good to debunk the myths when it comes to plastic surgery, especially for women of color, because I realize that, I feel like Caucasian women get more of a pass when they get plastic surgery. I have met a lot of Caucasian women who have their nose done, Botox, fillers, and, it's kind of like nobody bats an eye. It's like, oh, they know, but they don't really like have the same type of scrutiny that it comes with. However, when women of color get plastic surgery, people come out the woodworks to be like, oh my God, she's trying to look like white. She don't love herself. Why does she do that? Like, it's just so much more backlash. And I think that has to do with like people's certain programming. Like people are so attached to, you know, their body, their race, what they think they should do, what they think they should talk like, what they think they should look like, what they think they should pursue, and different things like that. And, I look at it as like our body is like our avatar, and we are the artist to do whatever the hell we want with it. That is our freedom as adults. We get to paint our own canvas. We get to enhance what we do like. We get to chop off what we don't like, contour it, cut it off, whatever you want to do. You can do whatever the hell you want with your own body. And it don't matter if you white, black, Asian, whatever. Like, you have a right to do what you want. And, people will always have their opinions. However, I don't agree with the harsh backlash that some women get. Like, I remember I told my aunt one time, I was like, I want to get this. And she's like, why would you want that? You trying to look like a white person? And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I would have never said that if she was going to have that reaction. But, that's kind of hypocritical because she had got something done later on. And, it doesn't even make sense when people say, oh, you trying to look like a whole nother race, because, the thing that I want done, I've seen it on fellow African American women. So it's like, what are you saying? Like that's so ignorant of people to say. That doesn't even make sense, because we all have, a lot of us have the same features. Like, it's not like features aren't black and white. Features are a variation depending on your DNA. Like, we are we are like, you know, human beings. It's not black and white. You know, I see the same features on black people that are on white people often. So I think that's such an unfair, you know, taboo subject within the brown community of a brown woman getting plastic surgery or changing themselves. And I noticed that when celebrities get some type of pass, like when celebrities get work done, like Sierra, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, people will fight tooth and nail to say like, oh, she didn't get work done, she was born with that, like, oh, she don't look that different. And it's like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, you can clearly see her before and after is completely different. Sierra's nose job is amazing. That is phenomenal work. You know, I feel like women go through stages of evolution. When you're young and a little girl, people tell you, oh my God, you're perfect. Don't change a thing. You're going to grow up to be this amazing woman. Oh my God. And then you get into that awkward teen stage and your body's trying to figure out if it wants to go left, right. Your boobs don't know what to do yet. You know, you got this awkward stage where your body's like coming into itself. I remember, and when I was a tween, my nose was the biggest thing on my face, and then, you know, it started to fit in with my other features. And then when I got 18, it like everything like came into place, and everybody was like double looking at me. They were like, oh my God, is that the same person? People were like passing around my senior yearbook picture, and the creepy photographer, he tried to make me like come over to his studio so I can get my senior pictures. It was so weird. But, you know, we go through this evolution, and then when you get older, you know, you start to get inspired. You see different women, and, you know, you see women who you admire. You know, you look at yourself objectively. You start to look at yourself objectively and be like, what can I enhance to make myself look better, to become the best version of myself? What can I take away that is distracting and maybe taking away from some of my beauty? You know, we become artists at that point. We become artists to shape our avatars into what we want. And another thing that I'd like to debunk is the women and the men who are like, oh my God, is it real or is it fake? I remember I asked somebody, I showed somebody a picture of this girl. She had beautiful cheekbones. They were natural. And then the girl was like, if it's fake, I don't like it. But if it's real, I like it. I'm like, what sense does that make? Whether it's real or fake, it's beautiful. It's a work of art to be admired. We are living in 2024. Soon, everything is going to be fake. Everything is already fake. We're going to have, who knows what's going to start walking around us. We might have, you know, robots and robot dogs, robot cats. Then will it really be a matter of what's fake and real when everything around us is kind of fake? And I feel like, you know, as artificial intelligence grows, more women are going to start opting to get plastic surgery. And I feel like that is just a representation of women, you know, updating themselves to fit the current times, you know? So whether it's real or fake, I mean, come on, does it really matter? Do you walk up to a beautiful painting in a museum and say, was that paintbrush synthetic or was it artificial? No. Only thing I do that with is fish. I ask, is it wild caught or is it farm raised? I mean, either way, sometimes I'm going to eat it, but I just want to know for my health. But, you know, if it's beautiful, just admire it. Take in the beauty. And I think, you know, I think plastic surgery should be even more admired because it's a work of art. Like that woman put herself under the knife. She risked death to get that booty, to get that nose, to get that blepharoplasty, whatever it's called, to get that eyelid lift, to get that eyebrow lift. You need to respect that. And that's what I love about, you know, the upper class. They have this higher level of thinking where, you know, if it's beautiful, if it's obviously beautiful. I mean, some people go too far with the plastic surgery. I'm not saying go get everything done and look like Catwoman, but they have this like higher mindset of like asking if it's real or fake is not their first instinct. Their instinct is to simply admire beauty. And that's so refreshing. That's so refreshing. And a lot of people say like, oh, that's gonna look ugly when you're old. Like, no. If you get plastic surgery, you obviously have the money to maintain your looks. Look at Kris Jenner. Look at Pamela Anderson. Like, those women look good. They still look good. There's so many women. Look at Halle Berry. Halle Berry has had a nose job. Her nose still looks amazing. She looks good. She looked damn good. Look at the Amazon guy's wife. She looks damn good. Hell yeah, she has work done. I mean, a lot of times, if you want to look the best, you're gonna have to get work done if you want to look, you know, absolutely amazing in your 60s and 50s, which most of the women I see who look amazing in their 50s and 60s have something done. Something. Botox, fillers, something. Nose jobs, something. They got something done. And I just think that, you know, it really hurts me when women are the ones to harshly judge other women. Because I'm like, come on, like, we get that enough from men judging us, tearing us down, you know, putting us against each other. We need to, like, why can't we just, you know, love each other, be all on one accord and be like, oh my God, you got work done. Oh my God, you look amazing. That's amazing. That doesn't take anything away from me. I'm happy for you. I'm glad you didn't die on the table. Like, just appreciate it and let it be. You know, I see these nasty, horrible comments from women on other women when, you know, I'm looking at a girl who got a nose job or a BBL, and they say, oh, she didn't need that. Like, she was good before. I mean, that's an adult decision. If she thought she wanted it, she got it. And I think it was money well spent, because people are always saying people look better before. That is not true. That is not true. Have you seen Kylie Jenner? She looked way better now with her plastic surgery. Have you seen Ciara's nose? She looked way better now. She was cute before. It was cute. Nobody, I mean, when you're an adult, cute doesn't really cut it, you know? When you're trying to become that best version of yourself, you're trying to walk into that sexy, vixen, grown woman phase. And that takes, you know, altering your cute features sometimes to look more mature. And I think 9 times out of 10, women look better after. Like, people be lying. People be lying. I think they lie because they don't. I think they lie because a lot of people want to stay in their comfort zone. They don't want to have to, you know, do all of that work to go to the doctor. And, you know, you have this woman who upgraded her features and maybe one who hasn't done anything. And, you know, I mean, like, you don't have to compare yourself to others. But at the same time, come on. You know it looks good. You know 9 times out of 10 they be looking better after. You know, I'm not all for the, you know, well, I'm not going to say that. Okay. Okay, another thing I want to say, okay, so, what else do I want to say? And you know, it is a risk. It is a risk because some surgeons don't get it right. They don't get it right. And people have to get revisions. And I mean, but the ones that do get it right, it looks amazing. The ones that don't get it right, it's unfortunate. They spent thousands of dollars and you didn't get it right as a surgeon. Jeez. That's when I feel bad for the girl, okay? But, you know, that's a risk with plastic surgery. You know, you got to do your research. You got to pick a good surgeon who can do it again and again and again and get it right every time. And I like to be transparent with you guys. I definitely want to get work done. And I went through a process of wanting it, like at the age of 16, and then I really thought about it. I was doing some research about, history and how they chopped off the statues of the noses to kind of, you know, run this narrative and change the narrative of history to, glorify Eurocentric features. So I noticed this, right? And I was like, that's a power move. Like, that's very powerful because it really did work and it really did construct the social narrative that, Eurocentric features are valued in our society. It seems like preferable. And so I was like, what did these noses look like that were chopped off the statues? What did they look like? What did they look like? And so I saw what they look like and I was like, wow, those noses look similar to mine. And so I was like, man, if chopping off something as simple as a nose off a statue brings such a powerful narrative along the lines in the future of people's perception of maybe, ancient civilization and, who created what and, who was the most powerful, godly, whatever. It made me think, like, to keep my nose as it is, my ethnic nose that shows my lineage, that shows what geographic part of the world I'm from, to keep that nose is an act of rebellion in a place that values, more narrow noses. And so less wide noses, less bulbous noses. And so I was like, you know what? That's right. That is right. I'm going to walk around with my nose. I'm going to be proud of my nose. I'm going to stick my nose in everything. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I was like, you know what? 100%. And I felt my ancestors back me up on this thought. They were like, yeah, 100%. You got to rock that. You got to be confident in it. You got to show it off, And so, I do have a love for change. I love changing things. I think when women get plastic surgery, they're undergoing a spiritual evolution. Not only a spiritual evolution, but a spiritual body-mind evolution. Plastic surgery is so powerful. When done correctly and you feel more confident after, it is so powerful and can up-level you in ways you never thought you would be up-leveled. I see it happen all the time. The confidence it gives you is out of this world, and I love seeing that transition. I love seeing the look in the woman's eyes in the before picture and the after, where she's so happy and she's tapped into her best self. Like, there is nothing like that. And I love that. I love that change, that altering yourself to become the best version of you. I value that over keeping something just because it's part of my lineage, just because it's part of my DNA, just because some drama happened back in the day. And, when you look in the mirror in yourself and you've undergone surgery, you've spent thousands of dollars, you've invested, you traveled, you saved to change yourself, to be able to look in the mirror and love yourself even more. Like, that newfound confidence can get you anything you want in this world. I've witnessed women in the Level Up group who have gotten the BBL, got the liposuction, got the nose chopped off, got Botox, got fillers, got whatever they wanted, even lighten their skin. Oh my God. Can you believe it? Yes, they did that because they're adults and they can do whatever the hell they want. And we have to be honest and open and realize that a certain look in society today opened doors for you. And that's the unfortunate reality of the life of women. There is an it girl look going on today, and that look is very popular. And a lot of people are saying women are starting to look the same. Well, women are being treated differently. So what do you expect? Women will adapt to what will get them further in life every time. And if that's plastic surgery, leaving behind their, you know, their ethnic features to get the treatment that they want, then they'll do it. And they have every right to do it, because we don't control society and how women are treated. However, we control the adaptation to get the most out of life for us and our future offspring. And we will do it every time. So you can't really blame women. A lot of people who put down plastic surgery, they're the same ones to bully you for a certain feature that you have. And that's just a really toxic thing in society, you know. There's people that will bully you for looking a certain way and then put you down for, you know, altering that thing or changing it or enhancing it later on down the road, which is so hilarious, because it shows like that toxic, like, oh, you're beautiful as you are, but then, oh, you know, you could maybe fix that, or like, oh, why did you get that done? Like, it never ends. It never ends. You can't please anybody but yourself, because people are always going to have so many different opinions about women's looks, what looks good, what looks bad, what they shouldn't do, what they should do. To hell with it. Do whatever you want. And that's the beauty of being an adult. That is the beauty of being an adult, being able to kind of like morph yourself into what you want. You are that divine feminine who is constantly shedding her skin to unleash the best part of you, whether that's, you know, if it's physically, it's gonna touch on that aspect spiritually as well. So, you know, the reward for becoming more confident, being able to love yourself more, even getting better treatment in society because you look more aesthetically pleasing to the masses. We've seen what that can do. We've seen the follower counts go up. We've seen a bad bee who got all of her surgery done and ended up on jets with millionaires. We see it. We see that. You know, we see a girl get work done, you know, do her OnlyFans, do whatever she wants and get paid and get a lot of money, get a lot of attention, get a lot of more respect for just looking aesthetically more pleasing to the eye. And this really opened my eyes. Like, I never knew how powerful looks are in society. I never knew. And looks are so powerful in society that it is valued like heavily, really heavily. And I didn't understand this until a long time, because I'm not naturally like that superficial. Like, I grew up thinking it was about your morals, like how good of a person you are, your integrity, and things like that, to really see your value as a person. But that's not true. That is not true at all. Looks can get you in that door, will get you in that door every time. And it's really eye-opening to see it work. So I want to be transparent with you guys. I do have dreams of getting a rhinoplasty done. And I just want to share some photos of some ladies who I think really made amazing decisions when it came to what they wanted to alter on their face to enhance their beauty. And these are the pictures here. Amazing work, amazing work. So I think I do love myself fully and wholeheartedly. However, you know, I would like to change my features. I think I have a cute look. However, I would like to step into that grown woman, more mature look. And this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. And plus I just want change. Like, I am bored with the way I look. I want change. I love change. I embrace change in every aspect of my life. And if I can change my looks, I will, for the fun of it, for the aesthetic of it, for the heck of it. So I am asking you guys to help your girl out. I got quoted of how much it would be, and I have started a GoFundMe for my rhinoplasty. And you guys are going to be with me every step of the way of my rhinoplasty. You know, once I hit my goal, I will show you talking to my doctor, having my consultation, you know, going to Turkey, you know, getting out the car, being in the hospital, the whole nine. So I'm asking you to help me reach my goal of 10K to get to my rhinoplasty dream, to get the nose of my dreams, to be able to boost my confidence, to be able to, you know, have that extra confidence boost to where I can feel like I can do anything. So I am asking you, please donate to my GoFundMe down in the description box below. Every cent counts. So I ask you to show me love so I can bring you along with me on my rhinoplasty journey. Thanks.